Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Nelson Field as it is time for more Red Knight football right here on the K-Night Network. Good evening, or good afternoon, good morning, good night, I guess I should say, as the way we've been running around and having some fun today. Just want to welcome all of you to an afternoon game, and it's interesting because it's interesting for the fact that we're on a limited crew today because today's also the golf scramble going on at Dyer Country Club. So Suff and the boys are there, but you know what? It doesn't matter because we have Riley Fisher still with us. She's running the upstairs camera for the first time, so we're just going to throw her into the mix. And then since Suffy's away, it's my pleasure to bring on another good friend of ours here at K9 Network and talking about Coach Palmer. Bruce Palmer, how you doing, sir?
Oh, yes, sir. I'm fine today. Excellent day for football. A little hot. Hydration's going to be the key.
Absolutely, and of course, if you watched last week's game, third quarter and fourth quarter kind of got to us a little bit here due to the heat and everything as we all started cramping up pretty good during that quarter.
Yeah, during the school days, I've seen the kids really hydrating with, whether it's Gatorade or Pedialyte or any other water substance so that, they can prepare for this week's game.
So, coming in, it's the beating of the, our battle of the unbeaten, Coach.
Yes, sir. Two good teams, no doubt about it. A lot of athleticism, a lot of great players on a football field today, and we'll see it on both sides.
So with that being said, right now, the field is kind of cleared as we're waiting for both teams to take the field, and it should be a good one. We're going to go ahead and take a little pause here, let you kind of enjoy the silence for a second, and when we come back, we're going to have your football action right here on the K-Night Network. We'll be back. And welcome back here to Nelson Field here at Bellaire High School as your Red Knights are set to do battle. The Big Red Marching Band is on the field right now waiting for their team to take the field. And as we look to the other side, there is no one out just yet too as well, as it's pretty much really quiet here, isn't it, Coach? An eerie feeling.
Yes, it is. I think that maybe the hot weather might have kept some people at home, but I think that as the game goes on, that we'll be getting more spectators and there'll be a lot more excitement. It's going to be an exciting football game between the two unbeatens.
It is. And when you look at the Red Knights from last week, coming down, playing with a Division IV team, they played well, Coach. Nothing we can pretty much say, as the backfield was pretty much dominated by Kinsey.
Yeah, absolutely. What a great young man, and have him part of the team, and you got to give credit to the line for a great blocking performance. But he makes things happen. He's a football player, athlete, and he's going to make things happen today. I believe he's going to have a great game.
I believe it was somewhere around almost 200 yards last year. I want to say about 150 probably, maybe, for Kinsey. And also, too, you got to give credit to where credit is due for our receivers. But I always make it, because I'm a lineman, You know, I have to say, Kinsey, of course, was 19 for 142 yards and 2 TDs last time. But, you know, you got to give the credit to the big man up front when you have a running game, because I'm a lineman, so we're going to push that as much as I can.
Absolutely. They're down in the trenches, you know, and during practice, they're the guys that are on the ground and eating grass and taking the upbeat from the coaches and trying to really give it everything they got for the 6 or so seconds that the play is going on. So it's a battle, and it's going to be a battle in the trenches today.
86 degrees here at Nelson Field. Kind of feels like 89 according to I'm sorry, I lied. 86 degrees here, but a real feel feels like it's 101 degrees, and that's not even on the field where that's up in the press box. We want to also thank JJ, who is with us again, and Barkus, we wish him the best of luck. We know he's at home watching today, wasn't able to make the trip today, but it's kind of nice. JJ has Abby over here with him to the right helping. Upstairs with us, well, we have Riley, and you know Coach Palmer is beside me.
Well, we have to mention, too, you know, the brains of the operation here, too, is be your wife. And don't forget about your wife now.
Absolutely. Yeah. I can't do that.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, she's the one that kind of keeps me, I don't want to say sane, but maybe
line.
in the, yes, that's the perfect way to use it.
Yeah.
And also, don't forget up there, too, with Riley. Riley was said, since all the boys and everything was at the golf meet, I said, Riley, why don't you bring someone along with you? And brought Scotland with her. So Scotland and Riley is upstairs, Riley Fisher, and running the camera for us for above. We only have one camera for today. But right now she has a nice little shot of the big red band. And we should be ready to play some football here very, very soon.
Yeah, we've been waiting for this game all week, and I know the kids are so excited about it at Toronto. And they were very upbeat. Confident but not overconfident. They had a great week of practice. They worked hard for the time that they were there and even on the off time, you know, watching film. So, you know, good things are going to happen. You know, we've got a lot of good football players and athletes, and they're getting well coached, and so it's going to be an exciting game today.
Now, Coach, you've been in these situations before where you had to play on Saturday afternoons. It's a lot different than to play Saturday afternoons than it is to play on Fridays. What's the mentality or the Red Knights have to be coming into this game against a really strong Bellaire Big Red team?
Well, you got to kind of redirect your thoughts and preparing for the game as far as on game day, because you are playing on a Saturday. You're getting up early. Coaches make sure you get up early in order to make that you're not tired when you do get to the game or during the game. They eat a good breakfast as a team, and then there's a preparation. You get an extra day of preparation during the week because the game is on a Saturday. But the anticipation is probably the killer, because you know you're used to playing the game on Friday, and now you got to wait till Saturday. And kids are out there because they love the game and they want to be competitors, and it's just another prolonged process of playing something that they love that much on a Saturday.
Well, with that, too, as well, routine comes into habit, believe it or not, because every coach has a certain routine that they do throughout the week. So not only now we talked about the kids' mentality, how do we look at the coach's mentality playing on a Saturday? Because like I just mentioned, everything is normally scheduled and ritualed and everything out that we normally do. Like Monday's a walkthrough maybe, Tuesday's offense, Wednesday's defense, Thursday's putting it all together, Friday, here we go. Yeah. What's the mentality now coming in as coaches for this kind of game?
Well, I think the coaches, as far as, at Toronto, who are used to playing on a Friday, playing on a Saturday gets an extra day of preparation. They don't have to cram everything in, sometimes as they do maybe on Friday games, and it just gives them opportunity to game plan, to spend more time with the kids, to watch films, and get the kids not only mentally ready but physically ready. Like I said, they had a great week of practice, so that extra day is really going to help us.
Coach, as of right now, I see the coaches starting to walk to the field, and I see some white jerseys getting ready to come. The band's striking up, and here, in a minute, as they're standing down there kind of talking and getting everything ready to go. And now walking to the field, getting ready. Here comes your 2021. They're like, we're just going to make you wait, Coach.
I'm excited. I'm peeking over looking.
And ladies and gentlemen, now here comes your 2021 Toronto Red Knights.
Led by number 33, Shane Keenan.
Shane Keenan, tell you what, had a heck of a game last week when he was running the ball. And also, too, as well, coming across the field on the other side is Bellaire Big Reds. Taking the field as the Red Knights, though, getting set, ready to go.
There's excitement in the air. Football day.
It's coming. It is here as both teams are now finally on the field. And the officials are there for this evening. Coach, within here a couple of minutes, we're going to have kickoff.
Yeah, I'm kind of, I was told that by JJ that Toronto basically chose to be defense first, so that says a lot. They said, bring it at us. We're going to stop you.
Oh, and I like that. It's to try to get confidence right off the bat, Coach.
I love that, too. I was always, Coach Meek or whoever I had the opportunity to coach under that, if we get an opportunity, let's choose defense because of the fact that we do want to show what we have. We stopped their offense, and we're in good shape. It's a mental condition.
Agreed. Completely agree. I just want to give you guys a heads up at home and watching on YouTube and on the TV. Due to the short crew, you're going to see our score bug at the bottom, a clock to run the clock. We will not be running the clock tonight just because we don't have enough people. But the score will still be up there. We'll have the clock set still at 15 minutes just because it is hard. We normally have someone just straight dedicated to do clock and scoreboard. But we are going to keep the scoreboard for you. That way, you happen to know what the score is. So here we go. Both teams take the field. To kick for your Red Knights is number 33, Shane Keenan. And deep back for the Bellaire, number 16. That's going to be Joey Lewis. Deep back and over to on the other side. Trying to see a number. I see 2. I bet it's 22, I think. And that's going to be Pettigrew. Table's just a little too low for me, so I'm going to stand, actually, Coach.
That's how I feel, too.
And there's the kick by Keenan. It's going to go deep. It's going to go into the end zone for a touchback. Belair is going to take the ball at the 20-yard line.
What a nice kick. Big boy. He really has a lot of foot speed.
That way. Your cord was pushing the mic down.
Oh, was it?
Yeah. And you can't see that either because it's so far down below. So here we go. Belair's going to take over 1st and 10. Coming to the line of scrimmage. So it looks like Hetherington's going to be in the shotgun formation. He's going to pitch it off. He's going to run to the outside and get tripped up after he gets about 5 yards on the play. And that's going to be Brandon Roth. This is your running back.
Yeah, they have a big defensive line up there today. You got Benton and Ashton Ellis and Thomas and Josh Fancher. All over probably 300 pounds, close to.
So nothing's going to change when it comes to the line. Hetherington's going to still stay up. Trips to the left, single receiver to the right. Harrington looks to throw. He has a man open on a short pattern. It's going to be caught by number 9. That's going to be Ketterson, Jaden Ketterson. As he catches the ball, takes it to the 30. That's going to be good enough for a Big Red first down.
One thing about historically a Big Red, they like spreading you out, and they like throwing the football. And they're good at it because they've been doing it for a number of years. Same offense for years and years. And I remember we played them one particular year, and that's what they like to do, like to throw the football.
It didn't look like anything special either, just shotgun with a sidecar.
Small stuff, small routes, nothing long yet, but they'll set you up for it. They got to be prepared.
Trips to the right. This time Hetherington's going to pitch it off to number 44. He's going to get around. He has some room. He's going to stay on his feet as he crosses the 45, gets dragged across the 50-yard line, and he's going to go out of bounds around the 46-yard line, and that's going to be well enough for a Big Red first down.
Yeah, that's why they run a quick pitch, because it gives the defense less advantage because they can't really react to it right off the bat. And, sweep's a little bit different. They see guards pulling and it develops.
Roth is a powerful running back we just saw on that, Coach, as he pretty much took his head down and took 2 Red Knights across the 50 with him.
Absolutely.
Nothing changes. Same formation, just switches it to the other side as Harrington's going to get the ball off to Kennerson again as he does a nice spin move off and crosses the 40-yard line, close to another Big Red first down. And believe it or not, they're 10:24 on the clock and counting here.
Yeah, I have to say, of course, it was a good catch, good throw, but it's early in the game, and we responded well, 3 guys on a football.
So, Bellaire gets the call from the sideline. Here we go. Harrington hands the ball off to the fullback, number 89. He's going to get it. Crosses the 45 down to the 30. No, they're going to call him short about the 32-yard line. But before that, not before he gets another Big Red first down.
Yeah, that was a counter play. He stepped one way on the fullback. Tailback goes away from him. They pull the guard, kicking outside back or end, and mislead the defense. And that's what we do well, too, offensively, the counter.
Colt Seacrest got the call for the Big Red on that carry. So here we go. Twins to the left. Single receiver to the right. Side I formation. Hands the ball off, gives it off to Roth. Roth has a huge hole in pretty much nothing but the end zone as Big Red will get in for the first touchdown of today.
Yeah, it was a power play. The fullback stepped up, kicked the end, and the tailback followed. Hole was there. Looks like a 1-point conversion there.
Yeah, they're going to go ahead and try to kick the extra point, pal. That's going to be number 62 as your kicker, Lucas Little. There's the snap, the hold, the kick. It is up, and it is good. So right now with 9:27 here to play in the first quarter, the score, Big Red 7, your Red Knights nothing.
I think it's going to be a high-scoring game. We got a high, powerful offense, and obviously, Bellaire's doing pretty good offensively. We'll adjust to it defensively and make some good stops. So it's going to be some points will be scored today.
So with that said, right now, there is 9:27 on the clock. We're going to take a little brief silent timeout. We'll be back. And welcome back here to Nelson Field as your Red Knights are set to receive the ball. Kicking for Big Red's going to be number 62, Lucas Little, and deep back for the Red Knights. I didn't even have a chance to say.
Number 15.
Is it 15?
Kinsey.
So Kinsey, actually it's going to go to, I didn't see a number on that, but it's going to go right across the 25 to the 26-yard line. Was that Cam?
Actually, that looks like number 1. Was it number 1?
Yeah, it might have been Tremendous.
Yeah, it was actually this is Tremendous' first game. Yeah, he didn't play last week. So
no,
that's his first game, yeah.
So Tremendous is going to stay in as here comes the offense to see what they can do now for the first time of having the ball. There's 9:21 on the clock, 7-0 Belaire. Trips to the top of the screen. Mick at shotgun. This time we're going to go ahead and do some motion with Zane. They're going to hand the ball off to Zane as he's going to go to the left. Going to keep fighting his way as he gets maybe a gain of about 2 on the play, 3 maybe as he gets past to the 30-yard line, just past the 30-yard line. Going to bring up 2nd down and 7 for the Red Knights.
Yeah, it looks like the offense is similar to what Belaire's running, or Belaire's similar to our offense. So it's going to be a great game just to see them spread everybody out.
You already talked about the muscle up front for the Red Knights. There's some more muscle on that offense here we'll get to here in just a second as the Red Knights break the huddle. Looks like the Red Knights are going to go to an I formation. As Mick's going to go under center. Twins to the right, single receiver to the left. Going to hand the ball off, and he's going to get some yardage going right up the front. I believe that was Zane again.
Yeah, that was Zane. Led by Big 33,
See,
Keenan.
I love, and people laugh at me when I say this, I love a fullback set. I love to be able to give it to him on some plays, and I also love the lead blocker going up the middle. That's a nice job by the Red Knights.
I'm a power guy, too. I enjoy the power game, and I love being a defensive coordinator if somebody runs the spread. I just think it's more of an opportunity to blitz.
So they come through here. It's going to be 3rd down and 3 for the Red Knights. 8 minutes on the clock here to play in the first quarter. 7-0, Big Red. And we're going to have to take a timeout, and they do. Red Knights are going to take a timeout. So that's going to drop them down to 2, Coach.
Yeah, a little confusion, but you know what happens. It happens on both sides of the ball, and Coach Frankie did a good job, call timeout, and, straighten them out, and this is where you need to be, and this is where you need to go. Okay, let's run the play. So we'll be back on the field ready to get after it. So
far, though, the Red Knights haven't really done anything special. 2 running plays right up to the left and then right up the middle. And to be honest with you, they only have 3 yards to go in 3rd and 3, and I'd rather have that than 3rd and 27.
Yeah, it's a key, though. But I'm going to tell you what, Coach Frankie, he can surprise you with some things you've never seen before. So I'm waiting for that to happen, too.
Once again, if you're just joining us, you know that the clock on the bottom of the screen says 0, 0, 0 on it. That's because we're kind of a man down. So I would try to say the time and everything as much as I possibly can. So with 7:54 here, 7-0 Big Red. First quarter, here we go. Shift by the Red Knights. Keenan goes to the quarterback. Quad set to the right. Keenan looking to throw. Just a nice little pitch to Tremendous West. Tremendous is going to try to get to the outside. He's going to kind of back up a little bit. Stauber steps a little bit until he keeps moving just a little bit more as he's going to be short a little bit. I think I said a little bit too much in that, didn't I, Coach?
What he did with Coach Frankie overloaded you to one side, and he had quads over there with 4 receivers, and he came back to the weak side because it's overloaded and less men on this side. That's when he ran, the play to this particular, it was almost like a reverse in a sense, but it was a outside handoff.
Red Knights come to the line quickly. 4th down and 3. They're going to go ahead and put Keenan in a punt position. As they put Mick in motion. Shane gets the punt off. A nice punt. That's going to take it down to about the 20. Fumble on the play. It's going to be picked up by the Red Knights as they're going to take over at the 20-yard line there by Mick. And I'm shocked a flag didn't get thrown.
Yeah, I'm sure he'll be told you can't spike the football after the fact. But you know what? That's the excitement of the game, and he just pumped up to be there. And, what a great play.
So that's going to bring up the Red Knights now all the way down to the Belaire's 21-yard line. That's where the Red Knights are going to take over after that fumble, Coach, with 7:02 here to play in the first quarter.
Yeah, they're in good field goal position.
Red Knights hit it right to Zane. Zane's going to turn upfield, gets to about the 15-yard line, and gets tackled by a host of Bellaire Big Reds.
Running a Wildcat offense, where direct snap to the running back. And once again, I think that's new versus last week, and which is going to be most effective because Zane went to state track this year in his sprints this past season and actually placed.
Oh,
so
cool.
There's a lot of speed by him.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely.
And Belaire's not too shabby in the speed division either, correct?
No, they're doing pretty good in the speed. I think that, if I were to weigh both teams, I think we're more athletic. I think we got a little bit more speed than they do. And Bellaire also, they have some speed, and they've been running this offense for years. So, kids are quite familiar with it.
So here we go, 6:45 to play here in the third. Or I'm sorry, in the first. Red Knights set. Same formation, Wildcat formation. Ball is snapped this time. It's going to be Tremendous West trying to get around the outside as he keeps going. Kind of almost tries to hurl, but gets his feet taken out from under him as he takes the ball down to about the 12-yard line. Get about a 2-yard gain for him.
Oh, yeah. The one thing about the Wildcat, whoever's behind the center is normally going to get the football. So, but it's effective because, Tremendous has great speed. And so does Kinsey. Great speed, both of them.
So, lines right back up in the same formation. And Tremendous is going to be the lead blocker this time as they give it to Zane. Zane's going to put his head down and run as he gets to the 10-yard line. That should be good enough for a Red Knight first down, and that is. He's going to give the signal and everything. I like it. 6 minutes here to play in the first quarter.
See, I'm a firm believer in, I know the refs are doing a great job, and I see some good things happening out of them. But, maybe even calling a ref timeout and let the kids hydrate.
Oh, absolutely, because it is, like I said earlier, 86 was the temp here a little bit ago. Real feel was 101. Nothing changes for the Red Knights, except this time they're going to reverse out of it and give it to Dozier. Or, I'm sorry, not Dozier, I apologize, Bowser. As Dominic Boucher takes it.
He's another one. Bowser has great speed, too. I seen it from last week, and he can hit that corner, and if he hits it, he's going to get it.
Well, Suffy last week was calling him Boucher.
Boucher.
Because of Bobby Boucher from the Waterboy.
Well, he's kind of, Boucher, maybe it was French, too, though.
It could have been.
It could have been French. He was speaking a little bit French last week. So
I'm not too sure if that just wasn't by accident or if that was purpose, but we'll give him that one. How's that sound?
Absolutely. We miss our stuff today. We miss him.
5:02 here to play in the first quarter. Red Knights right now as Mick goes into shotgun. Hands the ball off to Zane, as Zane's going to get a couple as he goes up the middle. That's going to bring up third down for the Red Knights.
Yeah, I have to give Coach Frankie credit because, when you have a one-back set, there's only probably two people opportunity to have to run the football, and they know they rely on Kinsey a lot too. So, but that's why he changes things up, and that's what you're going to have to do today in order to offset Bellaire's defense.
Well, the one nice thing about this right now, Coach, is so far out of all the plays we've seen about at least 4 running backs take the ball. So there's not one can be keyed on right now.
That's right.
As we're giving the ball up, it's going to go trips to the right here. Making shotgun, sidecar Zane. Kinsey. There it is. He's going to roll to the right, looking to throw. Has a man in the end zone, and it's going to be caught for a Red Knight touchdown. Waiting for the signal, and there it is. Touchdown, Red Knights.
Yeah, that was he rolled out, to the 3 receiver side. Shane was on the other side. They're going to be setting up for Shane. Shane was on the lone receiver, and they're going to think that they're going to throw the 3 receiver side and hit Shane for a few passes today too. But great play by Aiden Mick and a great throw, and it was really a pinpoint. It was like threading a needle.
And as you can tell right now, as Keenan goes to kick the extra point, I will fix that score here in just a second. There's the snap, the hold, the kick. It's a high one, and it's through. So right now, with 4:08 here to play in the first quarter, we are tied up at 7. We'll be back. You're listening to Red Knight Football right here on K-Night Network. And welcome back here to Nelson Field as the Red Knights get on the board with 7 to tie it up here with 4:08 here to play in the first quarter. And, Coach, what a nice play by the Red Knights. We're giving credit where credit is due. Number 22 catches it in the end zone for a Red Knight touchdown.
Oh, yeah. He went down for it, and, Aiden Mick threw a great football, and there's a lot of chemistry out there. I like what I'm seeing there. And plus, he had a lot of time to throw.
He did.
Even on the roll. And I'll tell you, don't take it away from Aiden. We'll run the football, and he could run well.
Aiden Philby was the catch for the Red Knights touchdown. So here we go again. This is the third or the fourth kickoff we've had so far here early in the first quarter. Still plenty of time to play here. 4 minutes and 8 seconds here in the first. As always, coming up at halftime, you'll have the Big Red Marching Band and your Toronto Red Knight Marching Band as Keenan gets set for the kick. There's another kick by Keenan as it hits right at the 14-yard line. It's going to be taken. He's going to step out of bounds.
And there's an injury on the field.
There's an injury on the field.
That's the tough part of the game, seeing an injury by
Ooh.
any of the kids on either side of football, but especially for those that you know.
Coaches are going to go over there and make sure everything is okay. As Jimmy, our trainer, is over there, followed by the rest of them. Yeah, I agree. When you talk about the game itself, it is. I don't know the word. I guess I'm looking for is the game is a physical sport, and they work hard every day, and you hate to see someone get injured on the field.
Absolutely.
People always ask us during injury timeouts why we either go to a break or we show either the team kneeling or we show the middle of the field or we show something. The reason why we do that is out of respect for the player and the player's family, because we're so far away, we don't know exactly what happened or how the injury is, and that's why we don't even really announce a player's name or anything until we make sure family and different things like that knows first. I did get a lot of questions on that last year of why don't you ever show them working on a player, or, it's in my eyes, it's until the coaches know, family knows, they'll let you know if they want you to know.
Absolutely. I mean, we got a feel for the relatives of the injured player and to see them in a condition maybe out on the field, could be detrimental, and we're always going to work in the best interest of our players and the teams and our school and the families. So, and I like the fact that, of course, our team is on one knee, but also, Bellaire, and out of respect and for the player and for the game. And it doesn't get any better than that.
We talked about earlier, we weren't on the air just yet.
Yeah.
And we talked about, as the player is sitting up, I will say that.
Yeah.
So that's a good sign. Before the game, we weren't on yet. And we were watching them do the national anthem here at Big Red, or at Bellaire, sorry. And their flags and everything are huge, and we'll show it to you later. But it is flown half-mast for everything that's going on, and the soldiers that gave their lives for us. I will say this at this time, the player is up on his feet, which is a great sign.
That is
it's
a great
really
sign.
good sign.
Absolutely. And he's in great hands. He has Jimmy out there, the trainer, working on him, and and they don't get better than him. He's just a great trainer and a great person who's been working with Toronto for years.
Okay, so they just announced it on the PA system. So once they announce it on the PA system, now it's okay. It's okay,
Yeah.
But it is number 13. Nolan Dickinson took a nice shot. He is on his feet. It looks like he's going to walk off on his own. But like you said, he is in good hands over there. As the Red Knights are going to come back to the football field. Hasn't quite walked off yet, but still getting looked at.
You know, in this particular case, you know, he came down and he delivered the hit. And, you know, I guess it shows the intensity, the love for the game, and to support your teammates by doing the best you can while you're out there. And very unfortunate, but, you know, like you said, he is up, you know, and he is going to be okay. You know,
both teams checking him out, or both teams walking over, just giving him a pat and making sure he's doing well. Telling him we like, you know.
Yeah, absolutely.
As he is walking, or not walking on himself, he's going to get actually carted off, not by anything, just by a golf cart.
Right.
Just over to his sideline. That way he didn't have to walk. And they're probably going to bring him over here and take a look at him on our sideline. Yeah,
be a little bit more detail and get him off his feet. And get him hydrated.
Which is very nice by Belaire to do. You know what I mean? So here we go, 4:08 as we go back to the game here, and we're still in the first quarter. Belaire takes the ball. Harrington going to hand it right off to Roth, as Roth is going to go across the 15-yard line to about the 17-yard line, and that should be good enough for probably about, what, second down? Because that was first down, right? I lost all track of time here.
Yep,
and stuff.
That was first down. This is second down coming up right now. He's not a big back, but he runs hard. You know, he really does. He gets after it.
Now they have Davis back there. He's being the 5'10", but Harrington's going to look to throw. He has a man open, and that's number 27, Lucas Egger, as he's going to catch the ball, crosses the 25-yard line to about the 27. That should be good enough, though, for another Bellaire first down.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, it's the same passing game that I've seen a few years ago. Nothing's really changed with Bellaire. They're so good at it because this is what they do. You know, we're there. We're breaking on a football.
So they're going to come out. They're going to go twins to the right, single receiver to the left. They're going to go an offset eye with the backfield with Harrington as they're going to pitch it off to number 16. He has some room as he's going to go to the outside. Ducks a tackler. He's going to stay on his feet at the 50, and then he's going to drag someone with him over to the 45-yard line into Red Knight territory. And that was going to be Jaden Kierson. What a nice run for that young man.
Oh yeah, they were in that offset, led by the big fullback Seacrest, who's got speed and size, and they sealed off who they had to seal. He got to the outside, broke a tackle, and even though he gained a lot of yards, we have to give credit to our Red Knights for pursuing and making the tackle.
So right now we have an official timeout. Looks like there's another injured Red Knight on the sideline of Bellaire. I wasn't exactly sure. I thought he was just blowing the whistle to give the kids a break.
Yeah. Once again, I got to compliment both teams. Well-disciplined teams right at this point. And even have Bellaire working on one of our Toronto players along with Jimmy, our trainer. So it's just a great environment to be in and play down here.
Everything so far for this game for Bellaire has been top notch. You know what I mean? As far as respect, and I mean, got to give credit to Mr. Sherwood, who is the AD down here.
Yeah, absolutely. And I see the same thing, as far as the accommodations and hospitality, Bellaire's top notch, and also I give credit to our kids too because of how they're reacting to situations and great sportsmanship at this game.
Completely agreed.
As we still wait because of injury. Now the kids, it's an opportunity for the kids to get hydrated and ready for the start of the next play.
So the injured Red Knight is up, and he's going to be helped off the sideline. It looks just to be an ankle, which is okay. It's going to be number 22. That'd be Philby. But he is getting off the field on his own with a little bit of help.
Yeah, he's the one who, Aiden, he did a great job catching that TD pass. And, he's a very skilled player, obviously, from the pass that he caught in the end zone. And I just hope we don't lose him for the game.
Completely agree. I'm not really exactly sure what's going on around the Red Knight. What is it? Be the Red Knight 42? Is that a clump of grass, or is that? I don't know if you can see it or not. Right in the.
Yeah, it looks like a black spot. It looks like somebody spilled something there. You know? Yeah. And yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
So here we go now. Belaire comes back to the line of scrimmage, trips to the right. They're going to hand the ball off to number 16 again. He's going to try to go up the middle, but he's not going to have a chance to do anything as the big boys up front
I think
grab him, but they're going to throw some dirty laundry on the field.
There's a flag. I'm not sure who it's on at this particular point. I could guess, but I don't want to be wrong.
It's going to be against Big Red, as it's going to be a hold against Big Red, and also a face mask against the Red Knights. So those penalties are going to offset, and it's going to become first down, replay the down, with 2 minutes and 40 seconds and counting here at Nelson Field in the first quarter.
As Bellaire sends in 3 of their players, and let's see what they're going to line up to. Yeah, they're going to line up to that trips formation.
So here it is. Harrington looks to throw. Once again up the middle. He has a man. He's going to step over him, and he's gone. There's a 10, the 5, and he's going into the end zone for a Belaire touchdown. And unbelievable, that's Seacrest.
Yeah, Seacrest, he has great hands, great athlete. He's got speed, And we have one of those too. We have Shane Keenan, and I'm sure that Shane's going to be utilized during this game in that capacity. So I look forward to seeing him catching the football and Aiden throwing it.
So that's going to bring in their kicker, number 62, Lucas Little. And number 2, Jake Hetherington, is going to be your holder for Belaire. Paul, there's a snap, the hold, the kick. It is up, and it is good. So with 2:05 here to play in the first quarter, the score, Belaire 14, your Red Knights nothing. I'm sorry. I looked at the 0 on the clock from the, here we go. It's Belaire 14, your Red Knights 7. How's that sound?
7. That sounds real good.
We're going to take a short little timeout. We'll be back. You're listening to Red Knight Football right here on the K-Night Network.
It's good.
And welcome back here to Nelson Field. That touchdown right there for the Big Reds puts them right now at 98 yards rushing and 68 yards passing as the kick goes. As he's going to take it across to the 40. That's going to be number 15, Zane, as they're going to stop the clock and move the chains. That's a total of 166 yards, correct? You think I did that in my head? You're wrong. I got JJ right here beside me.
I was impressed. I'm still impressed.
Of course, JJ and normally Mr. Barkus always keeps me in line to make me sound smarter than what I really am.
Well, I'm going to say you're real smart. No
So
doubt
here
in
we
my
go.
mind.
Red Knights not really wasting any time going to the line of scrimmage. Trips to the left, twins to the right. Mick by himself as they're going to put Bowser
Empty
into
backfield.
motion. And the snap goes wrong, and Mick does the smart thing by just falling on it. So they're going to lose a few yards on that to bring up second down and probably about 14.
Yeah.
Nope, they're going to give him 16 on the board. I say 14. I'm a nice guy.
You know, the kids sweating out there. Their hands get all sweaty.
Oh.
And, you know, taking a shotgun snap and, you know, with the empty backfield with motion, you know, it makes it tough.
So we're at a minute 31 here in the first quarter. So here we go. Trips. As they're going to go ahead and put Keenan in motion. They're going to fake it to Zane. He's going to look to throw. He's going to go to the sideline. He's going to throw out of bounds, as it was a intended receiver was Shane Keenan.
You know, I have to give Aiden credit on that one because, you know, he didn't force it, and he did throw it out of bounds, which, you know, saves a potential interception. So that's smart on his part.
And they were well covered downfield by Bellaire.
Absolutely. They really were.
So that's going to be 1 minute and 1:09 left to play here in the first. Yes, the first. 14-7, Bellaire. As the Red Knights going to bring up third down and 16 for the Red Knights. As it looks, they're going to go trips to the left. Putting Keenan in as tight end. Mick now going to by himself as they put Zane out in motion. Looking to throw. Mick looks, hits Zane right around the 42, but that's going to bring up fourth down as he's going to be, well, short.
Good
to bring
throw.
up fourth down in about 9.
That was a good throw. I mean, a good throw and to Zane, and you know, it was the coverage was nearly there, and Belaire reacted quickly and able to make the tackle. But good throw, good catch.
So here we go. 36 seconds here to play in the first quarter. Red Knights trying to get the punt off before, it looks like, as they're going to go ahead and put a gentleman in motion. Here's Keenan's punt. Once again, a really nice punt. Fair caught right at the 16-yard line, and that is where Bellaire will take over first and 10, ball on their own 16.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting now. We need to really stop this series of downs and pick up the football and drive it in. So, you know, we'll wait and see. This is an important part of the game, too, is because we're almost into the second quarter, and the wear and tear by the weather in itself could be detrimental.
Oh, it's hot out there, Coach. As they're going to go twins to the right, single receiver to the left, side eye, as they're going to go ahead and pitch it out to number 44 as he takes the ball, and looks like he maybe only got 1 or 2 on the play. And that should be it for the first quarter, maybe, as 10 seconds are still left to play here. 14-7. We're at 5 seconds here. And they are. They're going to go ahead and let this one run out. So that's going to do it for the end of the first quarter with your score. Bellaire, 14. Red Knights, 7. We're going to take a quick timeout. When we come back, more Red Knight football with Coach Palmer and myself right here on the K9 Network and also Jefferson County Cable. And welcome back here to Nelson Field as your Red Knights are trailing right now Bellaire 14-7 as Bellaire takes the ball. We're just now starting the second quarter. And here we go. They're going to hand the ball off. Has a little hole to run through. Not able to get there quick as the defensive line was right there to stop him. I believe that was Ashton Ellison and number 74. That was Ashton Ellison.
Yeah, that was a good play. Good call at this particular time, but we're ready for it. It was a draw, and as much as they've been throwing the football, and Red Knights responded and able to make the stop.
So here we go. That's going to bring up 3rd down and 8 for Belaire. Looking to throw is Harrington. Harrington has a man wide open right around the 30. He's going to be a complete catch. And that's going to be 1st down for Belaire.
Yeah, once again, Red Knights are there. We got to react a little bit, really break on the ball. He doesn't really show that he's going to throw somewhere else, so where his eyes goes to Bellaire is where he throws the ball. So we just got to make a little bit of an adjustment, and it's going to be an interception, touchdown.
Right now, timeout-wise, you can see on your screen, Bellaire hasn't taken one. Red Knights have taken only one. So the 3-2 timeout-wise here. As Bellaire comes to the line of scrimmage, trips to the right, single receiver to the left. Gives it right off to number 44 as he's going to shake and bake a little bit. And he gets to the outside, 50, 45, 40. Man down there, he's going to be taken out of bounds right around the 30-yard line. And I believe that was 32. Takai Jets what pushed him out of bounds.
Yeah, good effort by Takai. They broke a long one, got past level 2. You get past level 2, usually bad things happen. But once again, we pursued the football. Takai Jet made a great saving tackle for a touchdown.
So that is wonderful that we had the speed to get there to catch him on the sideline. So now that's going to bring up 1st down and 10 with 10:34 here to play in the second quarter. Nothing changes as they're going to hand the ball right back off to the middle. It's going to be number 16, but Ashton Ellis is right there. Also, number 9 for the Red Knights, Avery Wiggin. He came from the safety position again, didn't he?
Yeah, Avery Wiggin is a senior. He's athletic. He did a great job last year playing safety. And once again, he just attacks the football. He's going to hit you, and he's going to go after you. He's a downhill player. He plays angles. He doesn't play loops.
Special shout-outs go out here that I'm getting here through my phone a little bit is Mr. Ritz and Cindy Ritz listening from home. We truly appreciate that. Amy Smith watching too as well. She's excited she's able to watch it. We truly appreciate it. Here we go back looking to throw. Hetherington scrolling to the left. Looking to throw downfield. Almost picked off by Avery, but just couldn't juggle it in as it was tipped from his fingertips. Yeah,
we have to give credit to the lineman on that one. They put pressure on a quarterback, make him break the pocket. And, in those situations, quarterbacks have a tendency to get a little bit desperate, make bad throws, and bad things happen, and Avery got one hand on the football. Hats off to Avery and that defensive line.
We got some people watching on Jefferson County Cable, too, which we truly appreciate it. Norman Linda's watching on the cable company. Saudi, we truly appreciate all of these, especially Jefferson County Cable, too, for carrying these games live right there on the network for us. As Harrington backs up, looks to throw, has a man wide open, and thank goodness he was unable to pull it in because he was wide.
You know what? They don't get any wider than that. So we do need to make an adjustment there, and we got to figure out why. Once we do, my philosophy is this: you always stop the best players.
Sure.
He's one of the best players, so you got to put somebody on him and make sure that they're man with him.
Cole Seacrest was the 10 receiver. And if I was Belaire's coach, I'd go back to it, to be honest with you. But here they go. Trips to the right, single receiver to the left, sidecar. Number 44, Harrington looks. Harrington's going to throw deep to the sideline, has a man open. It's going to be caught pulled in, and it's in for a touchdown.
Okay, on that particular play, it looked like they were running a man scheme. And actually, I believe it's the outside backer came up, so you have 3-on-2. And when you have 3-on-2, that's a tough situation there. You just can't do it. That's why I never really like running cover 3 that much to trips, and we'd go to a man set, at least that that you can have a better opportunity to stop that play.
I will say, too, it was a heck of a catch by the receiver because it was kind of overthrown. He had to jump up a little bit to get it. So here's the kick, the hold, up and good. So right now, with 9:30 here to play in the second quarter, the score, Bellaire 21, your Red Knights 7. We're going to take just a couple of minutes here, not a minute or two, but some seconds, to go over some of the people that make this happen for us each and every week that we wouldn't be able to do it without. And that, of course, is Jefferson County Cable. Call them for all your internet, cable, and telephone needs. They down there, call the guys. They're really, really great. Talk to Cindy. Say hi. Tom, we sent you. It's not going to give you any money off or anything, but just at least just to know that we set them down there. So
what a great cable company, Jefferson County. County Cable.
That's it.
I love them. They're very accommodating, and they really do a lot for the community.
Oh, they do. Speaking of another gentleman who does an awful lot for the community, Valley Converting down there, Recycle for Our Future with Mike Biasi. We truly appreciate him, that he does for the community and everything. If only you know how much that man does for the city of Toronto, you would be shocked. Jay Foster Funeral Homes. As there's the kick, I'll get back to Jay here in a second, as it's going to be taken at about the 20-yard line. He's going to get to the outside. He has some room. Zane at the 40, 30. He's going to be gone if he doesn't lose speed. He isn't. He's going to be in the end zone for a Red Knight touchdown. Nothing on the no flags on the ground, and that's going to stay a touchdown for your Red Knights.
That's his second such touchdown in 2 games. Last week he had a long run for a touchdown on a kickoff, and that just tells you about Zane's speed. And hats off to those who are on the kick receiving team for making great blocks.
I'm telling you what a great play by Zane.
Outside was open.
The outside.
Yeah, the outside was open. Bellaire squeezed on the outside too quickly. And if you have that against a Zane, Kinsey, bad things are going to happen for the opposite team like this, a touchdown.
So that's going to bring in Keenan to kick the extra point. 9:18 here to play in the second. There's the kick. It's going to be off to Keenan. Keenan's going to look to throw, and it's going to be no good as the pass was intended to West. It just looked like a bad snap, Coach.
Yeah,
that's all it was.
Bad snap, they can happen. Once again, sweaty palms, with this humidity and everything else. It's part of the game, and we'll adjust.
But the Red Knights do get on the board, though, with a score right now, 21-13, Bellaire. Let's kind of jump back, if you don't mind, over to J.E. Foster Funeral Home, another wonderful sponsor of ours. It's called J.E. Foster Funeral Home because their emphasis on family carries over to yours.
Oh, Foster Funeral Homes, they do so much for the surrounding community, and
Agreed.
Particularly Toronto. You ask, and they'll deliver. They give, and they're just a tremendous business in our community and just great people. So we're so happy to have them as a sponsor and part of our community. They help make it what it is today.
And another business, too, that does a lot of stuff for us here for K-Night, and we truly do appreciate it, is if you're wanting some sweets and some donuts and you don't mind driving to Weirton, head over to Gus's Goodies right there on Main Street in Weirton. Now being run by, I already changed that, now being ran by his daughter. Still the great donuts, still the great treats and sweets over there. So if you're in Weirton or you're just wanting that little sweet tooth, feel free to jump right over to Gus's Goodies. And if for your plumbing needs, well, also don't forget, go ahead and call Rod Henry and Sons in Toronto too as well, right there on Franklin. As the drums mean only one thing, That means Keenan's going to kick off for the Red Knights. Deep back, number 16. And it's going to be Joey Lewis. And that's actually going to go into the hands. I can't see his number. Number 22. As he's going to shake, he's going to try to get to the outside. He's going to stay on his feet as I thought he was tackled, but he's going to have to face Keenan and doesn't go anywhere as he gets across the 45-yard line. And that was number 22, Pettigrew.
Pettigrew is a runner. Pettigrew wanted that football, and he got it. And, he made some things happen. But Big Shane Keenan, was there on a tackle. He got flat with him, and instead of trying to chase his tail, and made a good tackle. One away from making a touchdown in reality.
You talked about Zane Kinsey's last year, his run. You're exactly right. Or last week, his run, he had a 65-yard return second half last week, but wasn't able to get into the end zone, just fell short.
Oh, short, okay.
Not much, though. It was close. As they're going to hand the ball off. What's nice is Mr. Barkus wasn't able to attend this game today, so I still have JJ beside me, and JJ has been giving us stuff right and left too as well. But even Barkus is texting from home with stuff too as well, so we truly appreciate that as well, as I'm getting stats from Barkus from home from last week too, so this is great. I'm telling you what, these guys take so good care of us, it's unbelievable. 8:44 here to play in the second quarter. Twins to the right, single receiver. Going to hand it off to the sidecar. And he handed it off quick. I didn't even get a number. 44 is who they're going to hand it off to. That's going to be Roth.
Yeah, Roth is their starting running back. He's elusive. He got good cuts. He's not just a north and south runner. He'll take it northeast, southeast, southwest, and make things happen. He's just like a Kinsey. He's got that mobility. He's got that ability to cut.
So that's going to bring Bellaire back to the line of scrimmage. 3rd down and 1. Ball sit on the 46-yard line. 8 minutes on the clock here in the second quarter. They're going to hand it off, and he's going to be short. He's not going to have a chance to do anything as the big boys up front shut him down to bring up 4th down.
Yeah, one of the things that happened there is that running back didn't follow his blocker, and that's a big mistake by the running back. And Josh Fancher and them was able to make some penetration and play down the line and make a tackle, and it was a good play. They got a great, really good defensive line.
7:30 here to play in the second quarter. Clock is continuing to move. 21-13, Bellaire. Nothing really changes again except for a side eye. Offset eye. They're going to go ahead and hand the ball. And it's Seacrest right up the middle. 10, 5. And he's going to be in for a Bellaire touchdown. Nothing on the field, and that touchdown's going to stand.
In this backfield set, your key is always your fullback. Your fullback's primarily going to take you to the football all the time. If the tailback's not getting the football and he goes away, and if it's not a pitch, then it's normally to the fullback. So if you key to fullback, you're in a good position to know where the ball is most of the time. Now, you're never going to know all the time. Nobody could ever do that. But, they ran a straight dive and touchdown.
Harrington's your holder. Littleton is the kicker. There's the snap, the hold, the kick. It is no good. So right now with 7:08 here on the clock to play in the first half, the score, Big Red 27, your Red Knights 13. Let's take a quick timeout. We'll be back. And welcome back to Nelson Field as Belaire is getting ready to set to kick to the Red Knights. And here it is. It's going to go right back to, well, the gentleman I tried to keep the ball away from, Zane. As Kinsey's going to get it, try to find the hole, but doesn't have that much luck this time as there's about 3 or 4 Big Red right there to stop him at the 27, 28-yard line.
Yeah, the difference is that Bellaire stayed in their lanes and, able to make the tackle, but if he breaks it to the outside, he's gone. You haven't seen the last of Zane Kinsey. He's going to make big things happen. Toronto's had some great backs out of the years, and he's just going to be in an agglomeration as a whole as part of that family there.
So Red Knights come to the line of scrimmage. Looks like it's twins to the right, twins to the left. And Mick's going to be all alone in the backfield. 7:02 here to play in the second. Put Bowser in motion. Hands the ball to Bowser. Bowser looks, gets across the 35 to about the 37-yard line. That's going to be close to the marker, but not close or not enough for it to bring it down about 2nd down and 2.
You had an empty set, only quarterback in the backfield. When you see motion, it's either going to be jet to the outside and or possibility of pass or even the quarterback keep on bullseye right up the middle. So there's not a lot of things that could happen, but if they do, they all could be bad and in favor of Toronto. But, we did gain some yardage on it, and that's a key. 7 yards.
So here we go into the Wildcat now. Gives it right to Shane Keenan as Shane finds the middle. Kind of just gets stopped short. Kind of got a hit and stood up, but he maybe got about 1 or 2 on the play to bring up about 3rd down and maybe 1?
Yeah.
1.5 maybe.
1.5. I like his second effort.
I do too.
And the guy came up and made the hit again, but there was a second effort.
Doesn't look like Red Knights are going to change anything. As Mick goes out to be receiver on the top, Zane in the bottom. Your backfield. Tremendous is running quarterback at this time. Right through Tremendous's hands. Tremendous is going to run. As he's going to try to get to the outside, he's not going to have a chance to do anything as he's taken down by a host of Big Red at about the 21-yard line, I believe.
About the 21. That's a tough play. You're running Wildcat. And if you're not used to taking those snaps all the time, you have a tendency to maybe take your eyes off the football, however it may be. But once again, it's a sweat factor out there. It's just a tough situation for all the kids.
Someone asked, do you know you're not running commercials? Yeah, we have a brand new system right now, and we had some issues with the commercials, but we'll get it fixed. As Red Knights are going to have to probably take a timeout, and they do. So, I'll find that here in a second. There we go. So, with that being said, we're going to take a little quick timeout too. 4:54 here to play in the second quarter. Score, Bellaire 27, Red Knights 13. And welcome back to Nelson Field here in Bellaire. As we are at 4:54 here to play in the second quarter, 27-13. Right now it is 90 degrees, feeling like 104 here at Nelson Field. As a fair catch, as he kind of gets pushed from behind. So that's where Belaire will take over, right around about the 37-yard line. 4:47 here to play in the second.
a little bit more physicality after the play than needs to be.
Flag does get thrown. And it's going to go against the Red Knights. Personal foul against the Red Knights. Unsportsmanlike conduct. So that's going to move the ball across the 50 into Red Knight territory. 4:47 here to play in the second quarter. 27-13. Bellaire. And here we go. They're going to go ahead and fake it to the middle. Harrington's going to roll. Has a man downfield. It's going to be caught by Roth. He's going to keep on his feet and bounce until finally he is taken down right around the 30-yard line. Looks to be the 31. I'm sorry, it was not Roth. It was Pettigrew.
Yeah, that was a great.
No, it was Roth. I'm
was
sorry.
Was it Roth?
It was 44, yeah.
That was a great play-action play. Actually, it was a boot. You want to, with a fake, and he rolled out, and you hit those soft areas in the flats, and you play the levels. You look for level 1, 2, and 3, and if one's open, you hit it 2. And if one isn't, you hit 2, then vice versa with 3.
I'm not going to lie to you, Coach. He even fooled me. I thought he actually gave it to the running back.
Yeah.
Here we go. Trips to the right. Or I'm sorry, twins to the right. Single receiver, offset eye. They're going to go ahead and hand it right off to number 16. He's going right up the middle, and he won't be stopped as he goes into the end zone for a Belaire touchdown.
Isolation play. Isolated the good blocks up front. Isolated a linebacker. Fullback went on linebacker. Tailback followed with the football, and it was wide open.
So right now it's interesting to see, does Bellaire go ahead and just kick the extra point, or do they go ahead and go for 2 to make it up still to make up for the extra point that they missed last game? Or not last game, but last possession.
Yeah, they have a chart, what tells them exactly what to do, what the score is, how many points you're up by. So it'll say 2 or 1.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so they go by the odds.
So Little set to kick. There's a snap, the hold, the kick. It's up, and it is good. So as we go in here to 4 minutes and 4:02 here to play in the second quarter, 34-13. Big Red from Bellaire, the Big Reds, run the ball really, really well. So far, Coach, total rushing yards is 216 yards and 3 TDs. Passing yards for Bellaire is 108 yards and 2 TDs with a total of 324 yards so far for this first half.
When you get a throwing and passing game, it's tough. They offset you a lot. So we just got to make some adjustments at halftime. Hey, I got a shout out.
All right, man.
Long time guru, successful coach, won a state championship in another state. We won't mention it because we're all Ohio here. And that's Coach Meek. He says good luck to the Red Knights, and we want to thank him for listening to us today.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So here we go as Little kicks off. It's going to bounce it right back to Zane, but it's going to bounce kind of right beside Zane and out as he's going to have to turn the Jets on. Gets a nice block, and he has some shake and bake a little bit, and he just kind of gets caught by the leg. So that's going to go ahead with 3:02 or 3:52 here to play in the second quarter. Flag comes flying in late.
It's going to be unsportsmanlike by who, I'm not sure.
It'll be a dead ball, unsportsmanlike conduct against the Red Knights. I didn't see it. I wasn't exactly sure what happened. But that's going to back the Red Knights inside their own 20.
I mean, it is unfortunate. You can't put yourself in that situation. But then, how about the referee? And I'm not questioning them, but, sometimes you got to let some things go. But I'm not sure exactly what it was.
3:52 here to play as the Red Knights come out. Twins to the left. Twins to the right. Mick by himself. Mick looking to throw. He's going to throw down. It's going to be intercepted by number 10. There's no one there but the goal. as he's going to go in for a Belaire touchdown.
Is that Pettigrew again?
Yes, it was.
Yeah, Pettigrew's a great athlete. He really is. He was there. He
Oh,
went up
no,
for
I'm so sorry. It was not. It was Jacob Dowling.
Oh, Dolan. He's
number 10.
He showed his athleticism. He went up for that football and came down with it and ran it in. I mean, he's a great athlete. Two great teams with great athletes today.
Once again, feels like 104 on that field right now, but sitting at 90 degrees as the Mannings are in their pool cooling off listening to us. So we truly appreciate that. Littleton, or Little. I want to keep saying Littleton. It's not. Little set to kick the extra point as Harrington set to hold. The snap, the hold, the kick. It's up, and it is good. So with 3:48 here to play in the second quarter, the score, Bellaire 41, Red Knights 13. Let's take a quick timeout. We'll be back. And welcome back to Nelson Field here as Bellaire get ready to set to kick off to the Red Knights. And they're going to go back to Zane. Oh, no, that's not Zane. I apologize. I'm not really. I think it's Bowser that time who got it.
It's Bowser. It looks like him.
As he's going to take it back to the 30. Clock will stop.
I like Bowser.
I agree.
I like him. I think he plays hard, and I think he's got a lot of speed, and he's a great asset to the football team.
3:41. Coach, I do apologize, but in about 41 seconds I'm going to have to leave you as I got to take the long walk all across the field to bring the band in. So I'll be with you for maybe a couple more plays, and then I apologize.
Coach, we're going to miss you.
Oh, I appreciate it.
But we can't wait for you to come back.
You might get things right when I'm gone.
I'm not so sure about that, but I guess we'll wait and see. I might get fired after halftime. I don't know.
So here's the quad set over to the right for the Red Knights.
There it is.
Dropping back. He's going to keep it Mick. He's going to spin as he gets across the 30 to the 31.
Yeah. Mick. I like Mick. Mick runs the football well.
Mm-hmm.
He does a nice job.
Second down and 10 for the Red Knights.
He worked hard this offseason to get where he's at.
I agree. I was shocked to remember he was a senior already. It doesn't seem like that, does it?
No, it doesn't. I had him in class last year as a junior, and what a quality individual.
So here he goes. The Red Knights come back to the line of scrimmage. Wildcat formation from the Red Knights. And we're going to get an offsides. An approachment against Bellaire.
That was a good call, just by the set in itself and calling Bellaire offsides. They gained some yardage back. And now we have third down and short. After a handoff to look like Avery. And with 2:31 left. Clock still running. We have looks like a one-back set with the fullback. And taking it straight up the hole. And by number 15, Zane Kinsey running a Wildcat straight. Snap to the tailback in itself. See, I like the game he's calling right now. He's just trying to maintain the football, get the short yardage, work for the first downs. Doing a good job. Toronto now, they have first down. And first down and 10. And we have, once again, Kinsey breaking to the outside. Straight handoff, straight snap to Kinsey. Takes it to the outside and gains some yardage. Another Red Knight first down. This is the part where I wish that they would be able to get hydrated by the refs. But, with 1:46 left, we have to get hydrated at half, ready to go to play. There's 2 quarters left. And it could be a lot of football done, a lot of scoring in those 2 quarters by the Red Knights. Okay, once again, it looks like it's going to be the Wildcat. They got 2 in the backfield, straight snap to number 9, Avery Wiegand. Breaks it to the outside for about a gain of 4 or 5 yards, and we'll see where they're going to set it at. We have second down and about 6. Score, 41-13. Bellaire, 1:09 left. And there's a timeout there. Timeout for a water break and some adjustments. Tough, hot, humid game today, and hats off to both teams, working through the weather in this whole process. And fortunately, we haven't had a cramp situation, so both teams are well hydrated, and which will allow them to play most effective. Okay, so we have second down and 6 to go, and it is the second quarter. Ball's on the 39-yard line of Bellaire. And once again, it looks like we might be going to the Wildcat set, direct snap to Tremendous West. Tremendous West rolls out. He's looking to throw, looking to run. Cuts it back. Second effort. Almost has the first down. We'll see where they set the football. And there's a fumble on the play. Bellaire going the other direction. So that'll give Bellaire the football on their own 33-yard line with 56 seconds left. First down and 10, second quarter. And let's see what Bellaire does with the football now. Okay, we have 3-by-1, 1 back set. Tailback quarterback takes the snap, looking to throw, drops back, breaks the pocket a little bit, and the catch and the drop by number 10, Jacob Dowling. Jacob Dowling, there's a flag on the play. Let's see what the refs have to say. We got 49 seconds left. Illegal man downfield. And it looks like they're going to lose some yardage on that. Loss of 5. That's going to put it at second down and 10 on their own 33-yard line. So it'll be first down. We'll wait and see what they put up. Looks like it might be first down and 13 now. Short pass to number 10. He breaks a few tackles, and we have short pass to Jacob Dowling. And a tackle is by, it looked like Avery Wiegand coming up hard. Short pass again, 1 back situation. Good catch, not too much yardage on that. number 22 to Pettigrew. And he's looking to throw the short stuff at this particular time, looking for those seams, Bellaire. Now we have 3rd down and 7. Ball's on at 37, second quarter, 20 seconds to go. We have a 1-back set. We have trips to the right. Motion by Pettigrew. Short shuffle pass, breaking to the outside. And a tackle by Takai. Looks like a tackle by Takai West. Nice job, Takai. Little perseverance, stuck with the tackle, was able to make it without no gain. That is the end of the second quarter. It is halftime, and the score is the Big Reds 41, the Red Knights 13, and we'll see you the second half. Thank you.
With some hit tricks from the Broadway stage. We begin the show this afternoon with Mother Mia.
That's one heck of a headache there.
Back when Scott Porter stepped down, I went down and sat with Scott and Vince and was looking at that job.
Oh, yeah?
That job that Scott
Scott had,
Vince
yeah.
I were looking at a job. Are you serious? Yeah. She was about. I went down and looked at him.
Pictures from the
I
Broadway
think I could have done
Bellaire
some good.
Jersey boys.
But I would have had to quit a couple years early. Because take that job, and I'm not. I wasn't quitting and having them have my income.
Well, yeah.
That was what stopped it. If I would already been retired at that time, I might have been. I'm not so sure how many people would have liked it. I know that I did hear from a lot of the people that worked for the village. They came to me and said, I heard you was going to say, we was hoping you would.
All they do is with each other about things.
No, I thought about it.
I don't think it's been a good one out there, really.
Not really.
Not really wise, you know what I mean? To get it straightened up.
You gotta be proactive. You're not there. Just say, well, I'm a counselor, I'm a there's work you gotta get done. There's things that can be done.
You gotta get in there and find out what kind of money you can get. How you can fix these roads.
Oh, God.
Oh, did you try that one street below right before my mom and dad? My mom's. Right behind the Roosevelt Towers.
Yeah.
Oh, that's horrible. You gotta drive clear over on this side to go up there and you're still hitting them. I mean, you got craters in there. Yeah, okay, who cares? You know what I mean? There's a village council person who lives up that way, so that with them roads. I do know that Tom Hoskins on there. He got his roads fixed all the time up there.
Get out and get on him. At least he seemed like he cared, though. He was trying to do some things. I felt
I tell you, to be true. I don't.
All right.
I'm not saying he's not the whole lot fan. I just don't think he was smart. You know what I mean?
Maybe.
He might have been smart on some things, but he needs to be on with everything, basically. You know what I mean?
What I got from him when I talked to him, I think he cared.
Well, yeah, I mean, caring is one thing,
but you got to have the knowledge.
Yeah, you got to know what to do.
Trust me,
it goes hand in hand. You know what I mean?
You got to go out, educate yourself, and find the funding, work on it.
Yeah. And I just don't think I probably wouldn't be either. I'm not saying it to be mean or whatever. I wouldn't. It's a learning process. And if you've never been in that situation before, it's even worse because you don't know what moving titles to it and all that. You know.
I'm on there 16 years ago and I had an idea.
Well, sometimes you do have to go maybe in with a plan and see.
And I went in and I sat down and I'd see where's our weak points, what are our problems, what do we need done. And it took me probably a good 4 years to get just that one.
To get kind of your feet.
To see where they're situated, because everybody's different. And I got some funding at the beginning.
Yeah.
And I didn't understand how to get it, and I was learning, and I did some things that wasn't right.
Then you were able to get contacts. You have contacts.
Oh my God.
You know what I mean? When you first start out, you ain't got nothing like that. You're starting from square one.
You gotta,
so much it's like starting with Kroger's again. You know?
Build up the relationship.
Yes, you got
You gotta figure out the rules of these games they gotta play.
You gotta do like this. You want to scratch your back, you scratch my back. The old things and all that stuff. Yeah.
That's one thing I can
I'm sure you do. I mean, you've been in there how long? You know what I mean? You gotta have.
16 and
You gotta have. Down there too, you got your feet wet. You got your feet wet on things. Yeah.
Worked on big projects. I worked in a big one. That's great. I did make good contact.
Yeah. That's what you need to do.
You got to build up a relationship now. There was a law there for about a year ago. Sheriff Brown's office. I was doing a field trip, got off great, and it took me a little bit of time to get with them. They know me by name. So it didn't take long. I was going to keep slouching long enough that somebody forget me.
Yeah.
I called him up on one of the bills recently, and I said about this bill. And I said, "Man, you know damn well we're sharing what are you calling here for?" Okay, guys, I'll leave you alone on this one. I know what's that. Yeah.
Okay. She lives up by the high school now. Okay, that's where her dad, parents house. He used to work at the pizza shop, I think. Well, he used to work in the water plant, okay?
Oh, okay.
On Saturdays, he's in by himself. Okay, this is recently. And she called him to see if she wanted him to lunch. You know, he didn't answer his cell phone. So she goes up there. Doing an autopsy, see what happened. Yeah. He was like a year older than me. Yeah. They were kind of like
Or separate or whatever.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't know he died. I didn't hear nothing.
Well, more like on Facebook.
But it wasn't.
I don't know if it was in the paper because I didn't look at
I've
the
never
paper.
seen it, and maybe I didn't catch it.
About a year or something.
Right.
Yeah.
He's like, I don't know. They haven't told us that yet. And I go, definitely not happening. Where do you know I am? And you should get out now to where all the traffic.
Okay.
Where everyone else finds out.
Okay.
So we got done, we left, and then when we got around, when we got back out to the road, parking lot,
Good.
Jeff's yelling to everyone, we would have been drinking for 2.5 hours. He's always telling everyone, it's canceled, get out of here, it's canceled. They're just staring at us, like this, you know, they're like, yeah, right. And so then we saw two workers, one with their yellow shirt and one with a red shirt. I'm like, are you guys like leaving because this is canceled? And they're like, yeah.
Congratulations.
So then we kept going into like
Everything goes as well.
entrance to the VIP pods, they were all went out because they got to a lot quicker than everyone else did. And they had a small gate.
Yeah.
Not quite at 30 points. So there we go. You know what I mean? That'll be even better.
Other than they just started telling gates because we started seeing people start, walk back up the steps. But never had actually made it to the cars in the regular section, the general admission. But over in VIP, they were in their cars and some were already starting to go out. And then there was all these lines of traffic, those directions on the highway. But they had already put the fire department people there, and they were telling everyone that it they were stuck in the two lanes of traffic. And then you get on the highway and you see all these people on the other side getting off the first time exit on Ohio, and they're off the road on the side. And they don't
Yeah,
just
it's the same way tomorrow. Yeah. Oh, I'm sure.
It's like if they got it back on the highway now and you don't get off that exit, they'd be good, but so maybe they'll see it officially. And then we heard, then we get to the bar and we hear that he had a heart attack.
Yeah.
Then someone else already died.
Same thing tomorrow.
I got this new air conditioner. Tell me what. Previous air conditioners that were in that house, they couldn't even hear that good. So I don't know what the hell is up with that. I spent the extra money to get a better one. And that was the one that was, they were building in Texas. And that storm, the weather conditions messed up the building that it was being built in down in Texas. And they were on back order. And I thought I was, they said, if you're going to wait, I can get you this other one. It'll do the job. But, if you want this one, you're going to have to wait another month. I said, all right, I'll tell you what, I'll think I'll wait. I was glad I
Go with what you ordered. You know what I mean?
right. I want to get the better one because my house is a brick.
Yeah.
like a cooler to work. I'm like,
Yeah.
I'll see now. This will be the second real big month. I'll see how my electric.
The final almost run for today is the kickoff in the radioactive.
There's some places that on the way game, you can get away and go to work. You know what I mean? Like Harrison, I wouldn't be able to. You know what I mean? There's those possibilities. The 9 o'clock shift is kind of hard now.
Because they got you at 9s.
Yeah.
When they put me at 9s, I couldn't do it. When we was like 11s,
Yeah, 10, 11.
10,
You
11,
can still do it.
the run is still pushing. 9 o'clock.
Yeah.
Because then they can go.
Debatable on that because you got to leave. It depends on where the game's at. This one girl, she requested tonight off. She lives in Bridgeport. She works at Ferry. Bridgeport plays tonight at home. 7 o'clock. She could have made it. She could have made it at 10. How many times we did it?
If it runs over a little bit,
Yeah.
it'll probably be late. We did that down
Yeah.
at Mouse,
Yeah,
though.
how many times did we do that? And one year, first season, my God, we was taking
We went clear up to watch that game. We told Mitch we're going to be late getting back. And
yeah, we weren't that much later, really.
no, not really. We got to make pretty good time getting back because I was driving.
But I mean, you know, I'm saying, you can do it. I mean, she just,
They can do it if they want to do it. They don't want to do it.
and, you know, don't get me wrong, my grandson plays football, but he doesn't play. He's not big enough to play. He's still on the sidelines, and he'll probably always be on the sidelines. He's just one-
Ladies and gentlemen, there it is, the Bellaire Big Reds Band and the Toronto High School Red Knight Marching Band. We're going to take a little short break of silence here. When we come back, well, we're going to talk about stats and a whole lot more. We are at halftime, ladies and gentlemen, with the score right now. Belaire, 41, your Red Knights, 13. We'll be back. And welcome back to Nelson Field here as we are just about ready to wrap up halftime with about ready to put 3 minutes back on the clock, I believe, for warm-up, unless they already did it and I missed it. Yes, they did. Good. 2:57 here to go left in halftime as the clock's continuing to dwindle. And, Coach, it has been a first half for Bellaire and for the Red Knights as the heat, as we discussed a little earlier, we were sitting at being 90 degrees and it feels like about 104 out, but both teams seem to be handling that pretty quite well.
Yeah, both teams are doing well. They're well hydrated and obviously are conditioned. And hats off to both coaches in preparing the teams for this game because heat can be detrimental to our kids' health. And we're very fortunate that we haven't had any problems yet so far this game.
So far for the Red Knights, taking a look at some stats. Kinsey right now, rushing yards is 7 for 38, 1 reception for 6 yards, and an 85-yard kickoff return. Mick is 2 for 4 with a TD, was intercepted 1 time, and his total yards is 14. Philby is 1 for 8, TD reception. And Belaire right now, total offensive yards is 335, and that's just getting ready to start the second half.
Yeah, I mean, where you go from here? Well, you know, you still got a second half left. You know, you play hard-nosed football. Anything can happen. It's still anyone's game. What you need to do is stay more with your basics, offset Bellaire, throw something at them that they haven't seen. Don't get too impatient. You know, we don't have the opportunity to get the ball again. Try to keep it out of their hands and just control the game the second half.
If I remember correctly, Red Knights kicked off last time, so they should get the ball here to start the second half. And if I'm wrong, it could be very, very well that I'm wrong, too, as well, Coach.
No, I think you're right. I think we will get the football this second half, and we'll see how we do. I think, you know, we ended the second half pretty well as far as, you know, being able to control for a few downs the ground and gaining some momentum. And I think that's what we need to do the second half. Just don't get impatient. Just continue to do what we did, you know, at the last few minutes of the second quarter.
Want to welcome you back here to Nelson Field if you're just joining us. With us today, of course, is Riley Fisher, the original crew member up there running the main camera for the first time today and doing a really, really nice job. Scotland up there with her, too, as well. Scotland's down here with me, but she's doing a nice job up top, too, as well.
Yeah, I'm very fortunate. You know, I'm learning from you and what I need to do, and even from the kids themselves. You know, we have great kids at Toronto and a great staff, and we're very fortunate.
The K-Night crew works really hard, and we wouldn't be able to do it without them. As Littleton gets the ball, kicks it off, and it's going to go right to Zane. Zane's going to take it, do some shake and bake, and he's going to be taken down by his helmet.
Yeah,
that's Bowser actually, and nothing on that call.
Yeah, it looked like he was horse-collared on that, and that's a no-no. We'll wait and see what the refs say. Okay, that should give us about 15 yards on that, and that puts us almost in Bellaire territory around the 46-yard line.
So here we go. Just to let you know, if you're looking at the clock, because we're shorthanded today with most of the crew and Suffy at the golf outing, the clock will not run, but it is third down, and I will mention as much as I can. Right now, 11:54 here to go in the third. Red Knights take the ball as Mick's going to go under center. Not sure. Twins to the right. He's going to back it, fake the pitch, and going to hand it off. He has some room as he gets across the 50 and goes out of bounds.
He takes a hit on.
That was Wiggin.
Yeah, he took a hit on his shoulder, you know, on that one. You know, it was like almost a counter-type play, fake into Tremendous West, and the running back coming back, and it was a counter. Actually, it was a wing-back counter. And he has an injury on that particular play. We're going to move on, though, with second down. And 2. He's off the field.
So here we go, Coach. Sorry, I had to go off for a second and help. 2nd down and 2 for the Red Knights, 11-20. Put in motion. Going to hand it. Mick's going to take it himself right up the middle. It's going to be just shy of the first down, maybe about a yard short. That's going to bring up 3rd down and 1. 11:07 here and counting with the score 41-13. Belaire.
I like the play calling. It's a little diverse, and we're keeping it on the ground, and we're moving the ball slowly and controlling it. So, it's a short one.
So Red Knights come to the line of scrimmage here in the 3rd quarter. Looks a little bit as they're going to go twins to the left, single receiver to the right. I formation for the Red Knights as Mick goes under center. Doesn't hand it to Keenan, but he goes ahead and hands it right off to Dekai Jet as Dekai takes it down to the 31-yard line. That's going to be good enough for a Red Knight first down.
Yeah, it was it looked like it could have been a power play. I mean, the end squeezed inside, and Shane was looking to pick someone up, Shane Keenan, as the fullback, and Ty got a chance to see some daylight and gain some nice yardage on that play.
So 10-21 here and counting and playing in the 3rd. 41-13. Nothing changes. Twins to the right. Single receiver to the left. I formation for the Red Knights. Mick hands it to Shane. Shane's going to try to find somewhere to go as he gets hit in the backfield, and he's going to get back to the original line of scrimmage to bring up 2nd down and about 10 for the Red Knights.
Looked like, what, a trap play possibility?
It did.
Yeah, it looked like the trap.
It looked like Keenan just ran into the guard who was trapping.
Yeah, there wasn't much there. I think that they were filling pretty fast, and they saw it coming, and I think that when Shane's in there that he's going to be keyed on more likely than some others.
Looking for the sideline for the play. Twins to the left, twins to the right. Actually, I lied. They're going to go ahead and put Wigan out there too. Trips to the right, twins to the left. Mick by himself. Puts Bowser in motion. Snap high. Ball's going to come loose everywhere, but Bowser's going to fall on it as it crosses the 40-yard line back to the 42.
Yeah, we've had some trouble with snaps today, and whether it be the weather or however it may be. It's put us in a hole once in a while, but you know what? Those things are going to happen once again this type of weather, when there's high humidity. But we're controlling the football, even though it's 3rd down. We got some yardage to go, but they're fighting hard, Toronto Red Knights.
Nothing pretty much for the Red Knights is going to change as they're going to go twins to the left, twins to the right. They're going to leave Mick still by himself in an empty backfield, but this time they're going to put Tremendous into motion. Mick looking to throw. He's going to shake and bake a little bit, but he's not going to have a chance to do anything as he's taken down by number 51, and that's going to be Materlowski for Bellaire.
We ran some time down, this particular quarter, and that's what we want to do. It looks like we're going to punt, and if we can put them back, I'm not really sure. Let's see if we're going to punt. Yeah, we are going to punt. If we come back in our own territory, make a great stop, and have little return, if they're punting the football, then it puts us once again in good field position.
So Keenan back set the punt away. There's a snap. There's the punt. He's going to go to the sideline with it, which is a smart idea, but it's going to be picked up right by the gentleman. He's going to keep going. He's down at the 50. He's going to look. He's going to stop, shake and bake. He's going to turn it back upfield. There's nothing in front of him but the white line of the end zone, and he's going in for a touchdown.
I mean, he followed his wall. The kick tried to get it out of bounds. It didn't go out of bounds. He picked it up. There was a wall set over there. Looked like a return left, according to the return on the punt return, and followed his wall. And there's a bunch of blockers. And
that was Kennerington, by the way, who went in for the touchdown for Bellaire.
Yeah, that was good setup by Bellaire.
Smart idea by Keenan to lean it toward that sideline.
He tried.
To get it out.
He really did. He tried. He didn't want to return on this.
No.
And it was a good call. It's by
Agreed.
Whoever the specialty coach is or Coach Frankie is. Good call.
Harrington's hold for the kick. Littleton's no good. So with 7:38 here to play, in the third quarter. The score, Bellaire 47, your Red Knights 13.
Yeah, it's once again, our kids are fighters. They're going to continue to fight to the end, regardless of the score, and they're there to play football. So they're going to give everything they got in order to, both offensively and defensively, to be successful. And it's always been great tradition. We continue to play football and fight until the last second, and when game's over, and then we regroup and we get to get back to where we need to be for next week.
Coach, just to let you know, as that touchdown takes them above 30 points, so now it's going to be a continuous game clock during the second half. 30 points. Referee White Hat will point to the timer on his wrist, which he did. Now the game will only stop now for an injured player, a charged team timeout, change of possession, or end of a quarter. A score will, on the windup, for the kick, too, as well. So there's the kick, as it looks like it went to Bowser. Bowser going to get it, try to come around the outside, but he's going to be taken down around the 31-yard line.
Yeah, good return. Good return on Bowser, looking for daylight, and he's a tough player, good competitor.
So that's what happens if you're interested and you just kind of wanted to know. That's what happens here on a run a clock. That's the only time that they start. So the clock does continue to run with 7 minutes on the clock. 47-13 is the score. Red Knights come to the line. Twins to the left, single receiver to the right. Mick in shotgun, sidecars to Kai Jet. Hands the ball off to Jet. Jet's looking for a hole. He's going to try to bounce to the outside, but doesn't get that far, maybe a gain of 2 or 3 on him before he's taken down around the 35-yard line.
Not to make excuses, we have a lot of kids going both ways, a lot of bigger kids, and it's tough in this heat. But you know what? They're fighters, and they're getting after it. And I have to say hats off to someone like Caden Benton. He's a nice young man. He's a 6'7" junior, and he's a good part of today and next week and the rest of the season and what we have in store for next year. He's a good nucleus. Nice young man.
So it looks like Keenan's going to have a cramp and he's going to work out.
Yeah, that's it's that time of the game where you've probably sweated out 7 to 10 pounds, and you really got to watch your players, and you're going to start cramping up. You can't get enough liquid in, and if you do, there's just going to be overabundance of it kind of slows you down in a sense too. So there's a balance of how much intake of water, Gatorade, or whatever you may have.
I completely agree with you, Coach. As and the thing is, not only how do I say this in a nice way, it's not getting any cooler as the sun starts to go up higher. Remember before, noon used to be the type of day where it was the hottest.
Right.
Have you noticed? Not anymore. It's right around the 1:30, 2 o'clock time limits when it gets to become hotter.
Absolutely. It was 77 at 9 o'clock this morning, and humid.
Unbelievable. So here we go. Same formation. Twins to the right. Single receiver to the left. Mick in the backfield. Sidecar looks like to be Jet. As they're going to go ahead and put Tremendous in motion. He's going to hand it back to Tremendous. He's going to try to get to the outside. He's going to get grabbed by the shoelet. And he's not going to have a chance to go anywhere as he maybe just got back to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, he's trying to break it to the outside. That's when, we've had the most success. I got to give hats off to, our linemen like Josh Fancher, quality individual, great athlete, outstanding young man. Our line has just been, they're going both ways, and it's just a tough situation for them today.
Benton, Ellis, Fancher, Thomas, and I believe that's Silverthorne as the center. This is the front line for the Red Knights. Backing up here is Mick looking to throw. Mick's going to look to do a short throw. It's going to be completed. He's going to catch it as he gets down to about the 45-yard line. But that's good enough for a Red Knight first down.
Yeah, that was a good catch. Good second effort. Just an outstanding play by both the quarterback and the receiver, and the catch being by Jason Nett. He did a nice job there. And I have to say, our line, as big as they are, and going through what they have, they're adjusting well and doing the best that they can. And we're proud of them today. Proud of Landon Thomas and his efforts.
So here we go. We're just going to switch it as Twins goes to the left, receiver to the right. Mick is going to roll to the left, looking to throw downfield. As he has a man open, it's going to be tremendous, but just comes short, as that is going to bring up second down with 4 minutes here to play in the third.
He had a lot of time, because of, once again, of our offensive line and Ashton Ellis, who continues to go both ways and does a great job both offensively and defensively. And, receivers are trying to break open and just off the hands of Tremendous West.
Second down and 10, 3:36 here to count to play in the third quarter. It's going to go quad set over to the right this time as Mick looks, tries to go up. He's going to have to come to the outside, but he's going to get just one leg tackled behind the line of scrimmage for maybe about a loss of 2. But there is a flag on the play on the other side, so we're going to be interested to see what that is.
Yeah, I'm not really sure. It's way out there, and it could be just about anything. We'll see what the ref has to say.
As they're discussing it, it's going to be a legal formation against the Red Knights. The penalty is, though, going to be declined to still keep second down and 10. No, I'm sorry, I lied. Third down and 10 because it was second down. I shouldn't have looked at the marker on the sideline.
Yeah, you did well though. You picked it up,
So here we go once again, quad set all the way over there to the right side, top of the screen. Looks down to Tremendous. Tremendous is going to look, kind of shake a little bit. He's not going to have a chance to go anywhere or do anything as he is taken down to bring up fourth down.
Yeah, that's not a bad play because I'm looking for him to throw it to Tremendous and then it's like a double pass at one point during the game. I mean, he's setting it up for him. Maybe not this game, for somewhere down the road. He had quads, try to isolate Tremendous because Tremendous got great speed.
Mm-hmm. As that's going to put Keenan in the back to punt it away for the Red Knights. Deep back for them is number 7, Maffei. I'm probably saying that wrong, so I apologize. And number 4 is going to go to Cash. Cash is going to take it for Belaire. Pushes a tackler off and then just crosses the 25 to the 26 where he gets tackled. That will stop the clock to change the possession just until the official puts the ball in play, but you have about 1 minute and 45 seconds here to play in the third quarter with the score 47-13.
Yeah, I've got a little credit to Cam Baker, he's sophomore, 5'8", 162. He stopped the momentum on the return and a couple guys jumped in on a tackle, so good job, Cam.
With that being said, being proud of people, I want to take the second to thank Scotland and Riley Fisher up there running the camera in the heat. And also, too, the kids of Toronto do a really nice job. I even got Abby over here helping JJ do stats and things. The kids in Toronto cannot be beat. They're great kids, and so glad that I have the opportunity to work with them. There's a snap. Goes straight up the middle. It's going to be met with our defensive tackle on that and taken down.
Yeah.
Big LT.
Thomas, Big LT, Thomas, Ashton,
Caden Benton.
Caden Benton. There's a host of Toronto players.
Trying to see who that is on the opposite side. I can't see. I think that's Stackhouse all the way over there, number 4 on the DN position.
Could be. I know Bellaire, there's some young kids in there on both sides of the ball, both with Bellaire and the Red Knights.
Looks like they are also, too, changed quarterbacks. They did. They're going to go ahead and hand the ball off as he crosses to the 35-yard line. Gets to the 36. Their quarterback right now is Pettigrew.
Pettigrew. That was a good run by a good young man. Their tailback.
McConnell.
Yeah, he kept those legs moving, gained a few extra yards.
There's only 10 seconds left here to go in the third quarter, believe it or not. And I believe they're not even going to get a playoff. They're not. They're just going to head and start walking over as we go in here at the end of the third. The score, Bellaire 47, your Red Knights 13 as we get ready to start the fourth quarter.
You know, it keeps getting, you know, the later it gets, it seems more humid it gets, and it's going to be detrimental once again to make sure that we do hydrate our kids, in which Toronto's doing a great job. And referees are being patient, getting them back out on the field. So hats off to them, too. Then we have be first down and 10 on the 36, fourth quarter. Score 47-13.
It's not getting any cooler out there, Coach.
No, it's not. You have a fan in here, and it's even hot.
It's not
even
even
hotter.
doing anything.
I don't know what it was blowing hot air, you know, but
that could just be me talking too, as well.
Yeah, well, no, it makes me think that it's cool now,
Yeah,
just
true.
because there's a fan.
Oh, I was going to ask JJ if he could check his temperature for me just to see.
Oh yeah.
But I mean, like I said, it's just getting warmer and warmer as this day goes on. No, it is the same. 90 degrees out right now with a real feel about 104. And you know it's probably another 10 degrees warmer on the field down there for the fact that the bleachers and stuff are blocking them in.
Oh yeah.
As this time, Belaire hands the ball off.
Maybe a gain of a yard or two. I think that running power, you know, was power meant to kick the end, and I think Bellaire had a problem with our end and was able to make the stop.
Real quick, too, and once again, thank the sponsors for letting us do this every day, and that is, of course, Jefferson County Cable. Not only are they a big sponsor of us, but, of course, running the games and everything on the network, not only for football, but for volleyball, too. Varsity and JV volleyball is on Jefferson County Cable home games, home matches. As Pettigrew looks, he's going to go ahead and do a handoff, and the middle is going to be stopped up, and that's where he's going to go down. 10:52 and counting here in the fourth. So we truly thank them guys down there. And like I said, give them a call, you know, for all your internet and cable and phone needs. Tell them we sent you.
Absolutely.
It's not going to give you a discount, but just tell them we sent you for the fun of it.
But you're
How's
going
that
to get
sound?
great service.
Absolutely.
There's no doubt.
J.E. Foster Funeral Homes, where their emphasis on family carries over to yours. Jay and his father have always been proud sponsors of K-Night. As this time they're going to run a little wildcat, and they're going to hand the ball off once again to number 17. That's going to be Drew White as he's taken down at the 40 to bring up fourth down. Ron Henry and Sons in Toronto, Ohio for plumbing needs. Gus's Goodies, Main Street in Weirton for donuts, cookies, and a whole lot more.
If you're hungry, that's a place to go.
Absolutely. And help us recycle for your future with Valley Converting. Mike Biasi at Valley Converting. We thank them too as well.
They're another business that does wonders for our community.
As the punt comes away here by number 2, it's going to be a punt to Takai Jet. Takai's going to take it to 20. It's going to kind of shake, push some things down, and then he's going to get hit and taken down at the 24-yard line. That's where the Red Knights will take over first and 10. And if you would like to sponsor K-Night games, events, and things like that, please feel free. Call the school. Stop and talk to Suff or myself or Suff. We'll make that happen for the year. We'll let you know the prices and different things like that too as well. And I love the new format this year too, with everything being free for for everybody to watch. The numbers have been wonderful, and we can't thank the Red Knight Nation enough for watching us and for, you know, letting us be your home for Toronto Red Knights sports. As here comes the Red Knights. 9:14 here to play in the game. Trips to the left. Trips to the left. Twins to the right. Short. As Mick's going to take it, shakes and bakes a little bit, and runs into LT.
Ooh. Yeah, gains a few yards on that.
Takes down to the 30. running into LT's like running into a brick wall.
Yeah, and he's strong.
He is.
He is strong. You know, he likes to lift those weights, and he's been going both ways all game.
8:35 and counting here. 47-13. Two on the play clock. One. Play clock has been dead. No call from the official, which is good. As we're going to hit it to Takai. Takai gets across the 35-yard line to about the 36. Clock will continue to run. That's good enough for a Red Knight first down.
Yeah, controlling the football, spending the clock, good game calling.
I am shocked, though. I will say this, and maybe I probably shouldn't, but I am shocked that the officials did not give them more timeouts for this game. Not timeout, but more official timeouts, so they were able to drink or do something. You know what I mean?
That's a good point. I know that under Coach Meek, we've had the opportunity to have that done a few times based on heat.
Has a man open. It's going to be key. No, it's tremendous. Oh, through his hands. It was kind of an interesting, as the ball went behind. Sorry, Coach, I didn't mean to interrupt you. As the ball went back behind Mick, takes it. The whole entire Belaire defense was back there, threw it down, and had an open Mick, open tremendous, but just kind of missed it.
Yeah, I know. He was wide open. There's no doubt about it. But he'll come back, and good things will happen. There's no doubt.
Flag fell out of an official's pocket, just picked it up. That wasn't meant to be thrown. 6:48 here to play. Good. So here we go, 6:37, as Mick looks to throw. It's a screen to Keenan, and that's just going to be to the left of his tips, as he was not able to pull it in.
Yeah, good call. Screen, get it to Keenan, and we know how tough it is to bring him down. We've seen that last week, and he was a catalyst in a big win for our first game.
So that's going to bring up 3rd down and 10 for the Red Knights. 6:05, I believe. Close to it. 6:05 to play here in the game. 47-13 is the score. A very special thank you to Bellaire High School for their hospitality with us here today. We truly appreciate it. As his look, Mick's going to keep it. That is not Mick that time. Yeah, it is. I'm sorry. As he gets across the 50 to the 45. It looked like the number was 5 when he came across for a minute, but no, that's Baker. It's number 6. I thought it was Cam.
Yeah, I did too. Yeah. Good call, following blockers. Looking for the seam. Good run.
Red Knights come to the line of scrimmage. Trips to the left. Mick looking. Hitting the ball. It's going to be Jet. He's going to try to follow Cam Baker out on the outside. He's going to follow him as he crosses the 44 to the 43-yard line. Or I'm sorry, not I said Cam Baker instead of Camden Benton, didn't I?
Yeah, it sounds familiar. Same. Caden was looking for someone to block out there. He's ready to go. I have him in school. As far as I see him in the hallways, I'll put it that way. He's just a fine young man. He really is.
Mm-hmm.
And he's going to, like I said, he's doing a good job today.
4:30 here to play in the game. We're 12 on the play clock. Looking. Nothing changes, and Coach Frankie's going to have to take a timeout. So with that being said, let's take a timeout too as well, shall we? We'll be back. You're listening to Red Knight Football right here on the K-Night Network. And we are back live here at Nelson Field, the Red Knights. 2nd down and 3 as the swing pass goes all over. He has some room. He's going to keep it, try to get to the outside. He's going to tiptoe down that sideline. I think he might have a chance. He reaches out.
Touchdown.
And they're going to say no, he was short. I don't know about that. If I had the replay running, I would have looked. Oh, that was a...
The flag was moving. You know, I'm telling you, the end zone flag was moving, and it looked like he hit it. But you know
Avery
what?
Wiggins, too, was the one on the... It was Wiggins.
Oh, yeah, I'm not down on that field, though. I can't see that close.
No, I agree.
Especially getting older like I am. So, you know, I don't know. Maybe it wasn't moving. Who knows?
Not sure, but hopefully they give it back to him to let him continue to what he did. As it's going to go trips, as the ball's sitting on about the 2-yard line right now. Over his head.
Bad snap.
It's going to bounce. Looks to throw, but to Keenan. He's going to catch it, and he's going to go into the end zone. Flag comes flying in from the line judge. And we're going to have an illegal man downfield against the Red Knights. 3:08 here to play. I will say this. That was a really, really nice recovery by Avery.
Oh, yeah.
Or I'm sorry, not by Avery, by Aiden Mick.
Yeah, Aiden Mick, he's an athlete. You know, he's done some things good today. Proud of him. And that was definitely one of them.
Right now the clock is at 3 minutes here to play in the game, 47-13. Red Knights knocking on the door, Belaire. And a timeout's going to be called. Not sure by who.
Yeah, it looked like a little confusion by the refs there.
Yep, it was just an official timeout. Now the ball's placed.
Yep.
Trips to the left. No, I lied. Quad to the left. Put Bowser in motion. Hands it to Bowser.
You got Jet.
Bowser's going to follow it. He's going to go into the end zone for a Red Knight touchdown. Well, maybe. The judge on the far top of the screen gave it to him. The bottom of the screen didn't give it to him. I think they're going to give it to him. I'm not exactly sure what's going on.
Yeah, I didn't see no hand saying touchdown, did you?
No, I mean the far official all the way back on their side gave the touchdown signal, but the one right beside the play didn't. So I wasn't sure what was going on at that time. But it is going to be a touchdown for Bowser. Red Knights coming in for Shane Keenan to kick the extra point. Play clock's at 20. It's 2:45 here to play in the fourth quarter. The ball clock will stop for the extra point.
There's the snap.
Snap, the hold, the kick. It's up, it's good. So Shane Keenan puts the extra point on for the touchdown to give the score with 2:45 here to play in the fourth quarter. The score, Red Knights 20, Bellaire High School 47.
Dale, you know, scored and gained a little bit of momentum at time. So we get another hold here and have another possibility to score.
Absolutely. We're going to take a very, very short, quiet time out here. We'll be right back. And welcome back to Nelson Field here in Ohio. On that touchdown, 113 rushing. Mick was, I'm sorry, this is for the day so far. I apologize for the Red Knights. 113 rushing, and Mick is 5 for 10 for 59 yards and a TD and 1 interception. As they're going to get it. It's going to be number 20. He's going to try to find a hole. He's going to go up to the middle. And he gets hit.
And hit hard.
And hit
I
hard.
don't know who that was by. Was it?
I really couldn't see the number. It happened so quick.
Well, they have Ashton on kickoff, and he was over that area. So Ashton's going to hit you. There's no doubt about it. He doesn't. Ashton is really a good athlete and a great lineman. Impressed by especially his defensive skills.
So Bellaire comes to the line of scrimmage.
And Toronto has subs in. They put in their younger kids.
There it goes. They're going to hand the ball off. He's going to try to get to the outside. It's going to be number 17, Drew White. Pettigrew is the new, has been the quarterback for a couple of quarters now instead of Harrington for Bellaire.
What grade is Pettigrew in?
Pettigrew, he is actually sitting right now 10th grade.
10th grade. Yeah. Good athlete.
So he's going to have a future for him playing.
Yeah, no doubt. I love seeing the younger kids playing now.
Agreed.
See what we have in the near future. Give them some experience.
So now Pedigree is actually out. Number 13's calling the shots for Bellaire. And that's D'Aqua. He's going to hand the ball off to number 28. He's going to try to go to the outside. Crosses the 45 down about the 47-yard line. Trying to see the number on that. I believe it was number 28, Skylar Evans. As the clock continues to run here, we're about 1:19 here to play in the fourth quarter. Twins to the left, single receiver to the right, offset I with the shotgun formation by the quarterback. He's going to hand the ball off. Goes across the middle goes across the 50 to about the 49, and that is where he'll be stopped. Close to a first down.
Yeah, it looked like an isolation play type, a little wider than normal. Good run, good tackles. Both teams playing good football, both sides of the ball.
So as 38 seconds left here to go in the fourth quarter, Belair will run one more. 12 on the play clock, 28 on the regular clock. There's a snap, and it's a punt that gets caught at the 40-yard line by Bellaire.
Yeah.
And that should do it. No, they stopped the clock with 15 seconds as they changed possessions. The quarterback thought, hey, that counted. There was a first down on that, but it doesn't.
Quick kick, I guess, and
yeah,
which was smart. I mean, if you don't have
a
young kid that can snap the football, the quick kick is the way to go, and that's what they attempted. And we still have another chance or two.
Once again, very special thanks to our crew of Mr. Bruce Palmer for joining us today. Riley Fisher, Scotland, Little John upstairs. Abby is with her dad over here to my right. And then, of course, JJ Liddick, making me sound smarter than I am. 15 seconds on the clock. Mick's just going to take it and run himself.
Yeah.
Run around the end just to kind of let some of the clock run as he gets to the 50. And that is going to be the last play of the game as we go in here at the end. 3, 2, 1. And that is going to do it here from Nelson Field with the score. Red Knights 47. I'm sorry, Bellaire 47. Red Knights 20. We're going to go ahead and take a quick timeout, get some stats lined up for you, and then we'll be back here for a very, very quick postgame. We'll be back. And welcome back to Nelson Field as your final score. Bellaire 47, your Red Knights 20. As Red Knights, heat and everything else today and the circumstances that they played of, you got to give credit to both teams. I mean, it's brutal. It's even brutal for us in this booth here.
Yeah, it was a brutal day for both sides of for both teams, both sides of the football. Where do you go from here? Well, you know what? You just go back to the drawing board. Continue to work on the basics and get better for the next team. And I know that they worked so hard this past week, and they're going to continue to work hard and give the best they can going into next week's game. We'll be looking at film and seeing mistakes that they had done and trying to correct those mistakes for this team coming up.
It is interesting because when we take a look at next week as we move on the schedule it states that we're set to play Lisbon at home for the Hall of Fame game. I don't know what is going on with that yet. It's all up in the air. I wanted to talk to Mr. Farrell before we had a chance to take the air, and I didn't have a chance to. But if you just keep watching Facebook, the Red Knight Athletics page, you will have more details and things on there as far as the game goes, if it's still Lisbon. I mean, know for a fact it is going to be the Hall of Fame game if the game still goes on. And I have a feeling Mr. Farrell, Mark, will have the game go on somehow. Might not be Lisbon, might be a different team, we don't know. But we will find out from him. And like I said, just keep looking at the athletic pages. But as far as stats go here for the Red Knights right now have 122 rushing yards for today. Mick was 5 for 10 for 59 yards. On the other side of the ball, on rushing for Belaire was 236 yards, and in the air they were 119, and that's going to be a grand total of 355 yards for the Belaire Big Reds.
Build off your success.
Absolutely.
Build off your success and work on your weaknesses and get prepared for the next week.
As you mentioned next week, well, that is pretty much going to do it for us here. Once again, Mr. Palmer, thank you so much.
My pleasure, Chris.
Truly appreciate you joining us today on this hot one. You're like, you could at least got me air conditioning or something, probably, right?
It was an honor. It was an honor for me to be here, seriously.
But I truly appreciate you. Riley Fisher upstairs running the main camera. Scotland Littlejohn up there with her. Abby over here to my right, making sure her dad, JJ, is all set and squared correctly. As with stats, which we know